said you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Hi, I'm Gail Rubenstein, the founder and CEO of a company called Retail Resilient, social selling for the car industry. And we help auto dealers, auto agencies, and vendors in the auto industry sell more cars, service more cars, and make more money using our social selling strategy. That includes TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and anything else you can think of. So if you're looking to invest thousands and make millions, we're definitely the social selling company for you. Like I said, who said you can't teach an old dog new tricks?
If you run a service drive, you know these days first impressions matter. But when your advisors are tied up with inbound phone calls, they tend to neglect their other, more important duties. And did you know 75% of all service calls are frequently asked questions and routine requests? The average dealer misses up to 30% of inbound calls, adding up to a ton of missed service opportunity and increased customer churn. 68% of callers actually go elsewhere if they can't get through, which means you could be losing $60,000 to $70,000 every month in service revenue simply from missing calls. Introducing Brooke.
Hi there.
Your best service scheduling assistant. Brooke is the first intelligent digital voice assistant to answer, handle, and appoint all of your inbound service calls. Hiring Brooke means absolutely no call goes unanswered, boosting your customer satisfaction and reducing your overhead costs. And talking to Brooke is like talking to a friend.
Necessary, whether to a service advisor, roadside assistance, or a live agent. And I can do it without missing a beat.
You really do check all the boxes. Book with Brooke today.
Everybody wants to be part of a bigger story.
We're a small company, but we're going to change the whole industry.
It's on recording now, but we'll just start. Guys, just tell me when you're good to go. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to NADA 2022 at the lovely Poly booth, formerly, we don't tell that old name. And I've got Jeff Polo from the AutoHub show coming to you from the Great White North, actually here in Vegas. And I have two gentlemen who I've heard a lot about, just met today, and two totally different people you could meet from totally different sides of the business enjoying NADA. First of all, we have John Brady from Ship Your Car Now, and Peter Caruso from Vision AST and all sorts of other stuff. And gentlemen, please say hi, say a little bit to everybody here, and welcome.
I'll start, sorry. I'm Don Brady. I'm the Vice President of Dealer Success for Ship Your Car Now, and I'm very excited about being here at NADA, meeting a lot of friends, and reuniting with a lot of friends for NADA 2020. Very excited about the show.
Jeff, and I'm Pete Caruso with Vision AST. We're an analytics reporting platform and automotive and power sports. It's great to see everyone in person again, that's for sure. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's a little different down here. Down here, you're a lot more open than we are up at home, and we're opening, but it's a little interesting there. You see people, you go, oh, I know that face. I don't know those eyes anymore. But Don, what's the number one thing that you're looking to get out of the show, other than a lot of business? And you know you're going to get way more business.
Well, I'm actually, as crazy as it may sound, is I'm not out here to ask for business. I'm actually out here literally just to see my friends and what I consider family from social media, and obviously expand on the relationships. I mean, that's really what I'm after, is relationships, and ultimately business happens. If you take care of people, and it just comes around and takes care of you too.
Sure, I actually had somebody tell me that had been to earlier ones, their dealer, and he says he gets home, and 2 weeks later, the CFO comes to him and says, what is this? I mean, ask us to pay for something. And he goes, I don't know. And then he's got the sales manager comes to him and says, what is this platform? I got these two guys showing up to do an install. And so of course they show up. What about yourself, Peter? What's your number one takeaway you want to have here?
It's a relationship thing. You know, I've talked to a lot of people all day long on the phone. It seems every time we meet with events. In fact, the first two meetings today were, why are we doing more business? Why am I not giving you more business? And you come to these events and you reconnect and things really advance. So just a lot of faces that people seem to be doing.
Well, it's definitely about relationships. I don't know how many people that I met who discovered that they're actually big taller than 4 inches. Because of course, when you happen to win the stream, and then you walk up and you go, as you walk by them, you go, and then everybody goes and looks at the name tag. And John, so you built this great presence. You and I were talking earlier about becoming an internet celebrity. And, you know, I actually do hear that Wayne Newton's going to be standing over there and asking you to be on stage with him today. Seriously though, but you built quite a presence, and part of that was from your drive. It was Drive Across America, wasn't it?
It was actually Charge Across America.
Charge Across.
I parked my fleet, and Charge Across America actually approached me, and I had the opportunity of doing a cannonball run style race from New York City to Los Angeles, California. With a twist, we couldn't go over the speed limit, but we were also driving fully electric vehicles. So charging stations, flying the distance, finding where you're going to charge. We weren't allowed to charge overnight, so it was unique. There was some very strict guidelines, but it was a on camera all the time, which was very unusual. I had a cameraman in the back seat, I had a camera right in front of my face, all the way across the country, with someone that I had never met before until the beginning of the race. But I learned a lot about the infrastructure in our country and how not ready we are yet for fully electric.
So what you're telling me is you suffered range anxiety.
There was moments of sheer terror that goes along with that. Range anxiety is real. It really is real.
So they didn't have a pickup following you with a battery? Just kidding.
No, not really.
So speaking about range anxiety, Peter, analytics world is all about that sort of thing, correct? And it isn't the exciting part of the car business. So, you know, it's generally the first four letters, which I will not repeat because some point this will be broadcast somewhere and people are listening. But what is the most exciting thing about analytics?
Well, the exciting thing to me is our passion is taking data. It's taking it and making it digestible so you have intelligence possible. And it's fun to go to a dealer or a provider agent and help them spot opportunities to grow. I see a bump every time I provide information, so that's rewarding to me. I did it at the dealership level for myself, and I did a principal for years, and I'll be able to bring that everywhere and make it really simple with a really nice user interface like that. It's just rewarding. You know, you open people's eyes to what's really happening, taking the emotion out of it.
Sure, by all means. Now, the question is this. Earlier, Glenn Lundy was here with my colleagues in another broadcast. I don't mention their name, they're too cool. But seriously, he mentioned Saturday morning sales meetings. How do you make analytics exciting for salespeople on a Saturday morning?
You just have a leaderboard. Here's where you stand. There's 15 salespeople, and your number is 14. What do you do to change something? Competitive group of people. So that's easy. You don't even really need to talk about it. You just post the numbers, and you let the competitive nature of salespeople.
But how do you get them to understand KPI?
That's a good question. And, that's the battle. And that's kind of how we've changed our model, frankly, is we were providing intelligence that was very intuitive to me, but not everyone knows what to do. So we kind of added to our team with people that came from the F&I side of the business that actually took the data and made it actionable and made decisions and trained with it. So we're bringing that perspective beyond just here's a platform, here's our knowledge, and here's our ability to coach it through it.
Perfect. And Don, what's your opinion? What should dealers be looking for? Because ultimately, this is a dealer show. I haven't seen a lot of dealers yet. Too many of them were out last night. But what do you recommend a dealer to do to get the most out of the show? It's big. It's in 2 different halls. You got to walk.
Well, I actually talk about that. When I think about it, as I have my general manager hat on. I used to come to these shows as representative of the dealer. It's tremendous. It's overwhelming. What my recommendation is, this is going to probably go against a lot of what people out here are wanting to do. I don't know that I would recommend signing any contracts. Or actually really, I mean, the idea is spend the time with the booths that you're interested in what they're offering. Really, truly listen to it. Maybe hit it once and then walk around and come back and hit it again. And then take the time to digest what you're looking at. So I know in my role, I have obviously Don Brady Consulting Inc., and then I've got the Vice President of Dealer Successorship now. And what I do for dealers is everybody's talking about Carvana and Rowan. I actually can help our dealers become Carvana or Rowan. I give them the shipping button on their cars. The customers can push a button and get an instant quote to ship the car from the dealership to their house. And I don't charge the dealer anything. So come in here with an open mind there, because the guys that are saying that the internet's a fad and it's going away, or that Carvana is just going to go into business and people aren't going to buy cars online, not really true. They're actually doing this.
Well, you know, that it's very funny. I'm surprised. It's a great term. I'm surprised, but so many people are saying the same thing you just said. The internet's going to go away. Maybe they didn't think of what we went through. What's the same thing? Same question for you. What's your recommendation for a dealer here? Because of course, all of us are ex-dealers. We're trying to figure out why we love it so much. We are ex-ones, but what's your recommendation?
Yeah, I think if you find yourself roaming around a lot, so I always think look at your stores, your dealership, what are our primary needs, and how do you find a solution for, two of our biggest challenges, and then try to find something new that you can, exist to focus on, two, maybe three needs you need to address. Spend your time there, and then you're going to stumble across something new. Don't try and see it.
Well, you know, we have a lot of trainers in this business, and they train from all sorts of. I wonder if we should become trainers and train the dealers how not to buy things, because frankly, dealers are salespeople, and even if they've come up from admin, from that fixed ops or anything of that sort, they become salespeople, and salespeople are the easiest sales. And what one thing do you want to see here? What is one person, one product, one customer that you want to meet here? Yes, I know you're not going to try and sell them, but who do you want to build a relationship with?
Well, this may sound crazy, but I was real excited about the first booth I visited is Paul. So a lot of these folks that deal with policy are good friends, from Travis to Ryan to Mike to Greeny. So I mean, really, this is the first booth I made it to of the show. And where I want to go after I finish this podcast. I'm going to be back over to talk to these guys. But it's and I'm going to do that because there's a lot of people that I want to see. Melanie Gordon actually walked by, said hi. I had to find her. Right when I got on the podcast, she was walking by smiling. So I'm looking forward to meeting her. But I'm really just looking forward to meeting all my friends and continue this relationship, because most of my business has come to me because of social media, and I'm very thankful and blessed for that. And people refer, all my dealer partners, all these partners here, they refer dealers to me. That's how I'm going to help dealers deal. So I think that's the big thing.
I just wanted to meet Don Brady. I heard he was going to be here.
Well, that was my number one, man, because I've been following him for a long, long time, and it's funny, when you take a look, you're a different person than you are on there. Because you are on there, it's kind of goofy here.
No, I'm actually kind of goofy.
No way, no way. So you mentioned, it's very interesting. You mentioned Melanie, and Melanie and yourself, and so many people here that we can actually throw these names on and become celebrities. Literally, is it a good thing? Now, I know it's good for your business, but would it be good for you? We got you on there doing TikToks and stuff, and I don't know about that, but what is it about that, in your opinion?
Well, first of all, the people that say that I'm an automotive celebrity, I think it's a little boring. I'm just me, and that's when I'm on social media, I'm just being myself. But I mean, it's kind of mean, I still get starstruck. I mean, the first time I met Melanie, I was starstruck. And I'm sure I will be. This will be the second time I've met her. I will be then too. But it's weird because as I've been doing the social media thing and I go into a car dealership, I have one that I was in West Virginia. Salesperson literally ran across the showroom and picked me up off the ground. And then I'm so excited I want to come out and see my van and take pictures. And then, but then he took me to his general manager and said, "This is Ron Brady, the guy I've been telling you about. We need to do all of our shipping through him." And I've been shipping ever since. So for me, being recognizable is not a bad thing. I don't want to become infamous. I don't want to, you know what I mean? I just want to. I want people to realize that who they see on social media is who I truly am. When I do a video and I stutter or I stumble with my words, I do one take. So if I mess up, I mess up. That's who I am. I'm human. So there's people that I've seen that are somewhat phony. I don't ever want to be that guy.
Yeah. So, do you have plans to become an internet celebrity?
I had no plans.
Oh, yeah. A looking guy like you, and
I'll stick to this kind of stuff when I'm invited, but no celebrity.
Yeah, by all means. And but it's funny how the power of that, because whenever we have a show, we every Monday on Zoom, of course, and live on LinkedIn and Facebook. Nice one. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. But we find that we get people on who through me and my partner on this, there's all sorts of people, and there are people that come on and go, "Oh, thanks, man. I really appreciate you thinking of me." And I'm like, that's great. That's super. I just feel superb about somebody thanking us and liking to be here. So it's very true. You mentioned walking into a dealer, and your dealer backgrounds, but always drove me crazy and drives me crazy when I walk into a dealer. I don't have anything to promote to a dealership or anything like that. But if I walk in, and the number one thing that bothers me, and I'm going to do what bothers me when my brand dealerships, is walking into the showroom and being totally, utterly ignored. And a fellow that I'm connected with on LinkedIn made a post the other day. He was looking for a car for his wife, Michael Cirillo. And he sent out some leads. I think he said he sent out 5 leads. But 2 autoresponders and 3 ignores. Then he decided to expand it. And I think in the end he put out 50. And almost no reach-outs. He did everything. Gave phone numbers, gave everything. How are we going to get around this? And it's not leads, it's not walk-ins. How are we going to get around this as a business? How are we going to get it that we sell more cars? F&I companies make money, shippers make money, insurance companies make money. How are we going to do this? Because it's getting too easy right now.
The first thing that comes to mind is right now with the lack of inventory, and there's not that same volume. So salespeople, BDCs, worth their pay plans. So everyone that walks in is going to buy whatever they can find that comes close to suiting them. There's some laziness about it. You had to sell 20, 30 cars, you had to hustle out of it. And I was like, oh, it's great for buyers. I just saw that laziness. And when I was in dealer group, our dealer principal, someone before I had my own office for our software program, I was working at the dealership in the showroom, and I was, if 5 seconds went by, I was waiting for the dealer principal to climb on my shoulder and tackle somebody, just lose his mind every time, greet him at the door. So we were a little different. I was amazed how often salespeople would take that same meeting and still not put their head down on the computer. And how you overcome it, I think, is hiring the right people and constant training. Really not accepting anything but top-notch service. It's hard to do. But you make examples of people that aren't doing a good job, and you reward the ones that are doing it. Make examples as well.
Well, I used to have a dealer, and he said his saying was this: a good manager is a good chatter. And in so many cases, everybody's busy doing things, and even in the biggest dealerships, everybody's multitasking. And your managers have got their heads buried in the computer, your salespeople have got their heads buried in their phones. customer, you get the lead. And in the old days, I go back to having rotary telephones in the dealership. And the receptionist would call sales line one or sales call reception because there's no line one. I had a pen sticking into the thing, so I dive over the desk, knock the pen out, and then it would dial as I picked it up and hope to be the first person. I'm not seeing that today. And what are you seeing, John? Because you've been renting dealers obviously a lot.
Yeah, and honestly, the lack of intensity. I hate to use the word laziness, but that's the right word. And it's the facts. They're making all of the world right now. I think the lack of inventory is more of an excuse sometimes. I think the intensity's still got to be there. I mean, every single customer is important. They need to. That is, and again, that like you said, that comes from training. It comes from, even when I was a general manager of the store, I would take it up if I had to. Or if it's up, if it's to be, it's up to me. I mean, that's how I felt. I always felt that way. And you want your team around you to feel that same way. And if everybody are all aligned with that same mission, you're not going to have customers go around the
And I'll make you bet you had dirty shoes from washing cars too, because you didn't get a delivery, right? You remember that one. So, what message do you want to send out to people here at the show, people watching the AutoHub show? And just what message do you want to give out, not just about the show, business in general, even vision?
That's a great question. I guess the message is that right now, for a lot of folks in business, in the car business, things can start to get easy. I'm lazy, but things are easy right now. Some are using the opportunity to really improve and enhance their processes, whether it's analytics or it's training, and all they kind of go hand in hand. I worry for those that aren't taking action to do those things right now. Things eventually don't have to get away, whether it's economically or just there's dirt with inventory again, and there's margin compression comes back and those things prepared. Short memories, you can forget what you have to do to survive, and it goes back to that. I worry for those that are still back right now. So focus on your business now while you have the time and the resources financially to make an improvement, so you're ready for that phase of the business.
It's funny. I'm of the opinion, and every time I say this, it just shoots me down. But I do believe that overnight something's going to happen. Like not tonight, obviously, but overnight, all of a sudden, plants are going to open up because I know everybody's opening chip plants like they're going out of style, and not all of a sudden, but suddenly dealers are going to say, we're giving product. And by the way, if you want a Lightning, you're going to have to take 27 F-150 XLT two-wheel drives. And, it's a good point. You got to be prepared. It is too easy. I don't mean to pick on people that try to be positive, but, every time you do this, I know Ian, but he tried to buy a car, and boy, oh boy, it took him, a car guy, it took him a year to buy a car because people weren't bothered with it, and they knew him. They knew him personally. Tell them what about yourself? What big thing you want to see here for people, for recommendations for the show?
Well, what I want to say is to your audience and everybody out there is, I want to first of all say thank you to everybody that's referred anybody to me. I'd love to continue that. I'd love to help all of you with your businesses if I can. And as far as the show, again, we talked about, be real positive, be open-minded, meet as many people out there as you can. Really look at what their businesses are offering the dealerships, because there's a lot of neat concepts here. I think we're going to find. Again, just don't be closed-minded, because I think closed-minded are going to get left behind.
Well, you're right. There's so much stuff here. Like I walked around yesterday. I've only been here today. Other than I've been great. It's intimidating. Like there's some places you walk in, and if I was a dealer, I would turn and walk away because it's like, man, this is a nice group. They got some good stuff. How do they afford it? and John, actually, you mentioned referrals. about referrals, because we all talk about salespeople. We all talk.
Hey, there's Melanie.
Hello, Melody. Don was just saying how much he likes you, how he has to come and visit you, and he admires you, and he thinks you're the nicest person on the earth.
Hey, Melanie, come here.
Come on.
Well, she told me she was going to give me a hug, so I might as well do it on a live podcast.
Oh, there we go.
This is live.
Exactly.
So good to see you.
Melanie Borton, everybody. Live at NADA, the AutoHub show. So getting back to the boring stuff, now that we have, a nice interview, you build your business on referrals.
Right.
And, I know that I sat down with salespeople, you've done it until you're blue in the face. Ask for a referral. Deliver a card. Do you like how I treated you? Great. Do you know anybody looking? Oh, you don't? Okay. Bye.
Actually, what I would say not to do is don't hand your customer 35 grocery cards. Because I guarantee you they're going to get lost or they're going to throw it away. What I believe is stay in contact. And I think video is the way to do it. Send a video, thank you after they've left the store. I think video is everything. I mean, the reason I've risen to
Fame your
yeah, I
fitness.
hate that, right? 'Cause I'm not. Honestly, it's just again, it's me. So I do those videos. I stutter, I stumble, sometimes I don't know what I'm going to say next, and it's just who I am. So back in the late '90s, early 2000s, when I was selling cars, I had a flip phone, and I don't remember the grainy videos that you send with those, but I was doing that.
Oh, no, I never saw those. I've only been around long enough for that.
But I was sending out videos, and really just all I was saying is, "Hi, I'm Don Brady." I was introducing myself, and I might have a car behind me that they were interested in from an internet lead. And when it came to the store, it was different because they would walk in and they would walk up to me and say, "Hi, Don. Thank you so much for sending that video." So after they left, then I sent them a video thanking them. And I think that memory was better than even a handwritten thank you card, which they should also do.
And what's really impressive is if you did it on a flip phone, it took them 45 seconds to 2 minutes to download that video.
Yes, so you got to make it short. I was 15 to 25 seconds is what I would try to do. What I love about social media is I'm memorable. It's not about being. I'm not famous. I'm memorable.
You are really.
As I walk around the show and I people come up saying, "Hi Don, hi Don, hi Don," it's because I'm memorable. I'm not a celebrity. Melanie Gordon, she's probably a celebrity.
She's a big time star.
She's reached that status. I haven't, and maybe one day I will, but if I do, what they're going to get at the end of the day is the same humble Don Brady that they saw 2 years ago.
Well, I don't know if you get picked for the drive the $2 million electric car down through Germany, and you're going to be doing it with I don't know, Schwarzenegger. I think you might change.
I would fit in the car. I would probably go. Oh yeah. I mean, I would do that.
Who would turn that down? So Peter, as we're slowly wrapping up here, you're obviously a vendor here, and you got to do it. And how do you make yourself stand out from everybody else? Because there probably isn't any other analytics company here. There's probably no other tech companies here. So, there's nobody to compete against. But actually, it's funny. I really believe the car business, especially with companies like Tesla, Rivian, is less about cars and more about tech. And, how many of these, which you almost experienced, if that car runs out of battery, there's nothing. You can't even shift it into neutral to push it off the road, can you?
It's not quite as easy.
It's not quite as easy. So sorry, Peter. How do you stand up? How do you get your message across? And not, your product. And honestly, I don't know your product. I've heard it's super awesome. But how does one go about doing that?
It's, again, I was talking about relationships all the time. It's like, there's flashing everything out there. It goes well beyond platform. It's what backs the platform. Remaining nimble as a company, and the knowledge of the people that we bring on board, and we're very careful what positions what they can bring value with their knowledge of the industry, sharing that knowledge. And it's not always a consulting fee or charge this for an hour on the screen share. We're going to back what we offer with our knowledge and support that may not be a part of that takes time to develop that. The business is when that way stays. That's kind of how we're growing organically.
And it's very true because the business, while turning very techy, is also turning into real business. And we're losing the days of the second and third generation dealer. And we've been with Chevy for 112 years, and when this show was about stuff you can touch, stuff you can feel. Not about numbers. Right next to us is the Kurt Reynolds Bandit truck. Like, how awesome is that? But it's definitely not the car business. So thank you. Gentlemen, I thank you both very much for taking the time to join us. It's an absolute pleasure to meet you. I quite enjoyed it. If you have anything, my favorite thing was parting comments. Anything you want to add any additional value other than ship your car now?
Well, I just want to say again, thank you for letting me come on the show, and thank you for all your viewers out there. I'm here to help. I'm here to help. Thank you.
And yourself?
Just a thank you. It's a great community. It's a big community, but sometimes it's very small and intimate at the same time. And just great people. I love being part of it. And thanks for having me here today.
Well, thank you very much. And my final saying other than come check out the AutoHubShow.com, and of course on various platforms, is the best thing about the car business is this. It's a life, and I think you'd agree. Anybody that's tried to get out of it comes back into it, and it's not because it's easy, because it's the same as it ain't easy. But thank you very much. Thank you again. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody out here. And I hear there's a guy here street buying ADs. He said, we got to talk. Thank you. Thank you for being in the quality booth, too. Thanks.